Good afternoon, it's 1:30. I'm your host Dylan Travass and this is your Solent Sports News Roundup. Firstly, the runs are continuing to flow at the Pindi Cricket Stadium in Pakistan. Yesterday, Harry Brooks scored one of 4 England centuries as Ben Stokes' side ended their first innings at the crease with a score of 657 runs. Pakistan closed on 181 without loss on a flat pitch that is proving very generous indeed to the batsmen. Boxing now, and Tyson Fury faces a clash with Derek Chisora at a sold-out Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on Saturday. The Gypsy King is heavy favourite going into the bout with Chisora, who himself is nicknamed Del Boy. The current heavyweight champion of the world is eyeing fights with Ukrainian Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua in the new year. World Cup now, and the final day of group games is today. In Group H, South Korea face Portugal with qualification for the knockout round at stake. In the same group, Uruguay face Ghana in a clash that could potentially decide the outcome of the group. Well, I'm joined by World Cup correspondent Dan Perry. Dan, what can you tell us?
Yeah, well, Ghana really are in the driver's seat at the minute. Winning that thrilling encounter against South Korea last time out 3-2. They sit second in the group, knowing that just a draw takes them through. And it's been a really poor World Cup for Uruguay, considering they have big name players, the likes of Cavani, Nunes, they've got Bentancur. A lot of people expected them to do better, only managed to pick up 1 point so far. And of course, Ghana will want revenge tonight after the 2010 quarterfinals where Luis Suarez handballed. I'm pretty sure everyone remembers that, resulting in Ghana missing their penalty and going out. Andre Ayew has spoke out about that quarterfinal, and said that he's the only player now part of it, and he knows how big it is and how it feels for the country, but also has let the other players know how it feels for everyone. So I'm sure Ghana will be up for it. When it comes to team news, Uruguay's team really is unpredictable tonight. They changed it for the Portugal game. They put Luis Suarez on the bench, lost 2-0. The first game didn't quite work out either, drawing 0-0 with South Korea, so no one really knows what they're going to do. For Ghana, they could go defensive with back five, just stick it out as all they need is a draw. But then they could go attacking. As I said, they're going to want to win tonight. Moving on to the South Korea-Portugal game, it's a big game for South Korea. They must win to qualify. Even if they do win, though, it's not guaranteed, as Ghana may win, or if Uruguay win, the goal difference. I know South Korea are only on -1, Uruguay are on -2, so it could all go wrong for them still. Paulo Bento will want the win as well, being an ex-player and ex-manager of Portugal. He was the manager of Portugal in the 2014 World Cup final. And a little fact for you here, his last game for Portugal was against South Korea, where in 2002, where South Korea won 1-0. So I'm sure he'll be hoping for the same result tonight, even though he won't be on the sidelines as he was sent off. Some team news for that. Korea expected to stick with the same team they have all tournament. The 5 Kims at the back, as everyone's seen. But Heung-min Son, 0 goals so far. He's meant to be their star player. Hasn't really done much in this tournament yet. For Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo is 50-50. Hasn't trained properly all week. They're already qualified, so they may not use him and may try and save him for the knockouts. Personal prediction, I see Ghana going through.
Perfect. A little pop quiz before we get back on with the main show, Dan. Portugal, one of only 2 teams to play both South Korea and North Korea at the World Cup. Can you name the other one? I'll give you one guess.
I can, Dylan. My research has been done. It's Italy, but we don't talk about them as they didn't qualify.
Yeah, perfect. We only stick to teams in the World Cup, don't we? Well, back on with the show. Catch us at 3:30 for more, where we'll have World Cup experts Evan and Louis to keep us updated with those 2 games. Well, the knockout stage itself begins tomorrow, and England, fresh from a 3-0 thumping of Wales, face Senegal on Sunday. West Ham United's midfield maestro Declan Rice has said he hopes to emulate fellow Irons hero Geoff Hurst by winning the World Cup for the Three Lions.
You know, he's a great guy. Obviously scored the hat-trick in the final, and like you said, the West Ham fans have never let that down. You know, they've won the World Cup, so that hopefully I can be one of the next ones to for West Ham fans to say that about.
Well, from trophy hopefuls to tournament flops, and Belgium are searching for a new manager following their exit from the World Cup. Roberto Martinez resigned following the Red Devils' underwhelming group stage that culminated yesterday in a 0-0 draw with Croatia. The Spaniard, who won the FA Cup in charge of Wigan Athletic in 2013, had been in charge of the Belgian national team since 2016. Cycling now, and the Tour de France will finish outside of the Paris region for the first time in its 121-year history when the 2024 edition concludes in Nice. The final stage has usually been ceremonial, with the leader not challenged, but that will change in 2024, when the time trial means the race could be undecided until the very last moment. Formula One now, and they've announced that the 2023 Chinese Grand Prix will not take place due to ongoing difficulties with COVID-19 in the country. The officials will now be looking to alternate options for the race calendar, which could include Turkey or Portugal. Cricket now, and after only 4 days in the job, Essex Cricket Club chairman Azim Akhtar has stepped aside whilst a review into his history on social media is conducted. Sir Stephen O'Brien has been placed in the role whilst the investigation into the ex-Sport England member is ongoing. Essex have said in a statement that they are determined to uphold the values of strong leadership, governance and accountability. Well, that's all for now. Come back at 3:30 where we'll have more World Cup news with special guests and World Cup experts. See you then, and goodbye for now.